Hello and good vibes from Ishigaki, Okinawa in Japan. Today I'm eating one of my favorite foods that I remember from Ishigaki, which is Sa-ta Andagi. Sata Andagi, which means like fried sugar dough in Okinawan Japanese. It's basically just a donut but using their famous sugar. Okinawan sugar is super famous and used in a lot of Japanese sweets. My accommodation at this time was a guest house and everyone was keeping really strange sleeping hours, so I felt that I couldn't tell you over video, so here I am narrating it after the fact. Oh my goodness. So this pack had 3 different types of Sata Andagi and it smells so good. It smells like my childhood. It's so exciting. It has plain black sugar, which is the famous Okinawan sugar, and goma, which is sesame. So I think this one's a sesame. Looks good. Now, one thing I do remember is they can be a little bit dry in the middle. I just remember them being purple on the inside, which is the taro flavour. And yeah, I forgot how dry they are. Or maybe I just grew to not like dry, cakey things after a time, but to go down memory lane, this is a really good snack. If you didn't catch the ingredients list on the back of the pack when I showed it to you because it's in Japanese, here are the ingredients written on a take-home pack that I bought in taro flavour or beni imo flavour. It is flour, sugar, sweet potato powder, skim milk, some random shit which is probably not that good for you, and vitamin C, enzymes, baking powder, and vitamin C antioxidant. Okay, interesting. And the nutrition for that is per 100 gram, 373 calories, protein is 7.4 grams, fat is 1.5 grams, and carbohydrates is 82.5 grams. With around 1.8 grams salt. So that's percentage as well because that's per 100 gram. So it's a pretty carby thingy and it is fried, but everything in Okinawa is fried, to be honest. I've seen so much more things fried in Okinawa than I have in any other part of Japan. This pack I bought in a local grocery store, not a chain. There are actually aren't that many chain places in Okinawa. And some days they had it, some days they didn't, so you had to be really lucky. And other days they had like so much more variety. The day I bought this, it was just, I got the last pack and it was the one of 3. I then read the instructions a little bit better and realized that they're best toasted, which almost everything is better toasted. But I didn't realize how powerful the toaster was, so they got a little burnt, which I would actually say adds to the flavor. I'm not usually partial to a bit of carbon on my food, but this time almost burnt was actually quite delicious. And they are so much more fluffier when they're toasted and warm. But I think that goes the same for like cake and pancakes and stuff. When they're cold and room temperature, they're just not so fluffy, and then once you warm them up, they're just delightful. Out and about, these are everywhere and you can often smell them before you see them. So I got some fresh plain ones and oh boy, they were they were super crunchy. And then I ended up having a crow try and harass me for them, but don't worry, I won. And along with this, I had a black sugar ice cream or soft cream, which was also really nice. I'm not actually the biggest fan of black sugar. It's in a lot of the anmitsus and the matcha parfaits, and I just find it a little bit too strong. But in an ice cream with creaminess, really good. Do recommend.